Welcome to Common Sense Coalition Talk Radio, where you'll find straight talk from people with good old common sense.
I trust your opinion.
And now, for your host, she's putting sense back into nonsense.
Absolute insanity.
Well, you can hear me on the radio. They want to turn me on, turn on your stereo. You can sing along while they're playing our song. How you done me wrong, baby, crank it up.
And now, your host, Beth Ann.
And I welcome you today to CSC Talk Radio. It's my honor, my privilege, and my pleasure to be here with you today. It is Free for All Friday. Let's cut to the chase and get straight to the show. It's Free for All Friday, and this you must know. Your voice will be heard across the heart of this land. Your opinion is important, and I think you're just grand. It's Free for All Friday. Your calls are all welcome. We'll talk about almost anything. We deny very seldom. So get your coffee ready. It's the brew that is true. Let's get on with the show. This day is for you. It is Free for All Friday. The number to call is 877-895-5410. That's 877-895-5410. Bullying was one of the topics yesterday in the news. We're witnessing a lot of bullying in this nation. Not sure why. Well, we really do know why, but people think they are free to speak vulgarly, shout in faces, spit in faces, disrupt traffic, demand their way without even an ounce of logical reasoning. They just scream and shout. And Melania was talking, I want to talk about that later in the show. Melania was interviewed and was talking about the bullying that she takes on social media and in the media. And it's true, even on the late night shows, how they have made fun of her. I mean, these are people that are standing up for bringing in all the foreign people into this nation who don't, well, they all have an accent, but they make fun of Melania's accent. She takes a lot of guff. She takes a lot of bullying. She must be pretty tough. And that's why she had started some of her campaigns, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later if time allows. Daniel Turner will join us later today in the show as he travels around rural America, and he fights for common sense logic in the realm of America's energy, the present and the future. That's Power the Future, and they're fighting for you. And we've had to turn the heat on here the last day, here or two here in Missouri. One came home last night. I was late. I had some appointments and did some running around in Jefferson City, and I could smell that the gas fireplace was on and all my plants from outside were in the garage. So I knew it was going to be a cold night. But Free for All Friday is here for you, and there's catching we're catching up from the week's news. That's what Free for All Friday is about, and for you to get your 2 cents in from your voice. Your voice is given a platform right here. And I want you to understand how unique this is. No other talk show truly allows the listeners to be a part of the show as I do. Oh, they may take callers, but they don't let you take a part of the show. I believe in you. For the most part, I believe in you. Do you believe in you? Do you understand the power that your voice holds? Do you realize how much stronger your power would be if CSC Talk Radio was allowed to expand and broaden its territory? Just think about it, because we're not like any other talk show. I've been told I'm special. We're not like any other talk show. Think about that for a bit. Just think about it and pray about it. We're going to talk about prayer later in the show, too, if time allows. Made in America, made in the USA. It's so very important. And I know I've had, they're not really info commercials because we have a lot of information that we share. But I'm adding sponsors and I'm giving them time on the air to start branding their businesses for you. So I'm proud of my sponsors, from the very loyal and faithful of Melody Cedarstrom, who's been with us and hung with me for several years, to the new sponsors, testing my listeners. They're testing you with their high-quality products. Liberty Tabletop is one of them. They've got the flatware, they've got dishes, they've got cookware. We talked about that earlier this week. McCall's Candles, Godar Electronics, Range Magazine. She's been with me for a long time. She doesn't really shoot me money that way, but but she gives me news. And she's there for you. When Sean Hannity gets on the air and he says journalism is dead, he hasn't read Range Magazine. Plus, she offers those books. So you need to take advantage of these. And, of course, we have Daniel Turner. He's the power of the future. And he's been a blessing here for us. We're adding the Constitution Quest game shortly and at the All-American Market. It's on my store right now, but we're going to move it from there to the All-American Market, and there will be a surprise there for you. That'll be something to your advantage. And I'm reaching out to other news sources to use here on CSC Talk Radio and to help me help you stay on top of the latest things, the latest news, and what's happening. So keep that all in prayer as we continue to do that. We're going to be adding artists, jewelry, and books to the store as well as to the All-American Market. So just stay attuned and try to get online. I know some of you aren't online, but you can listen to the commercials, and the commercials will have phone numbers in them. And if they don't, you can give me a call here for the phone number, and we'll try and get it to you that way. But keep praying for truth and honesty and praying for CSC Talk Radio to continue to weather the storms that we have here in this political arena. Now, getting back to the news, we're going to talk about Melania and her interview on bullying, and I think that's going to be on, it's going to be aired. I had to kind of laugh because it's a mainstream media, and they're one of the ones that really bully her bad. We're going to talk about federal judges, Kanye West. You never thought we'd be talking about Kanye West in the news, but we are. You know, he takes a lot of bullying lately because he joined forces with Donald Trump to get what he wants. He has some ideas, and he wanted to be heard, and President Donald Trump let him have his voice. And that was quite interesting yesterday if you watched any of that. Climate change, it's intended to dismantle free enterprise, and they kind of flat out admit that. And what is a mob? We have talked about that this week. I called it, it's all over the media, social media, to define mob. We defined it for you out of the dictionary yesterday, but I also put a little definition to it, which was malicious, obnoxious behavior. We're going to go to the phones. We already have Tom from Michigan. Tom, how are you today?
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Oh, you're welcome.
I don't know if you've been hearing it on the news there, but there's the limousine crash that killed 20 people.
Yes, did hear that.
Yeah, all I know about it is what I've been seeing off of the television news, and they're just saying that, well, this limousine, it didn't pass a safety inspection, and it blew through a stop sign and hit a parked car, and it hit a couple of pedestrians. But the thing to me is, how do you kill everybody in the limousine with just by blowing a stop sign? It's as if they're leaving something out. And, I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm wondering if anybody out there has heard anything. I mean,
they did arrest the driver.
Miles an hour. Yeah, but the driver got killed. They arrested the owner of the company.
Owner. Okay, excuse me. Yes.
But, I mean, sometimes there's devastating automobile accidents, but it's when it's on a freeway when people are going 70 or 80 miles an hour, and things of that nature where things flip over and or crash, but I mean just blowing a stop sign, they're leaving something out, and I don't understand why.
Well, I don't either. I know that the company has been in trouble for not keeping their vehicles inspected and up to par, but
you just think somebody would have survived, I mean, you'd think maybe one or two people would get.
Well, I don't know what the speed was. I don't remember if they even said how fast he was going, but a limo is a pretty good-sized vehicle, and if it hits another vehicle, it's not going to be pretty. We're going into a break. Thank you, Tom, for bringing that to our attention. We'll have to keep our ears open. You're listening to CSC Talk Radio. This is Beth Ann. It is Free for All Friday. We're going to have Daniel Turner probably here in just in a few minutes. 877-895-5410. That's 877-895-5410, and we will be right back.